City Council in North Bay approved to amend its accountability and transparency bylaw to include quarterly and annual reports of council members' expenses. This follows the ongoing controversy involving Mayor Peter Chirico and his expenses. CTV's Eric Taschner has the latest from City Hall.
Good evening. As the City Council meeting began, a handful of protesters were picketing outside, calling on Mayor Peter Chirico to step aside.
At this stage of the game, to save the city the embarrassment.
Inside, more frustrated members of the public.
The next appropriate course of action, the majority of council to vote on an independent auditor's report based on what happened, because we don't have the full picture.
Council voted to amend its accountability and transparency bylaw to include transaction details of council members' expenses dating back to the beginning of the term posted to the city's website. The report will include details including payee, date paid, amount, and a general description of the nature of the expense as it relates to city business.
You start to see where your tax dollar is being spent and how it's being spent, and maybe it raises questions of how valuable was that conference or how valuable is that purchase.
This all stems from the $16,000 in personal expenses Chirico put on his city-issued credit card in 2023 and 2024, which were approved by CAO John Severino. The scandal has made national headlines and put North Bay on the map, but not in a good way.
Attracting that kind of attention, I think that certainly has an effect on the city's reputation.
The OPP, the Inspector General of Policing, and Integrity Commissioner Guy Giorno are all conducting separate investigations into Chirico's expenses. The Inspector General is also directing Chirico not to perform his duties as a member of the city's Police Services Board. And Chirico is no longer on the Northern Ontario Heritage Fund Corporation Board. Council is still waiting to hear back from Giorno.
Hopefully some clarity on what transpired and give us some direction on how to move forward.
An in-camera motion about an identifiable individual was pushed by Councillor Sarah Inch to be brought into the public's eye, but was rejected by other councillors. For many in attendance, that's not enough.
The city has to change.
Eric Taschner, CTV News, North Bay.